Hail to all. This is Bear Nerd Fun. How's everyone doing? Well,
Pretty good.
earlier tonight, me and Tommy were hanging out in a yacht, and so we were watching different chats, and we noticed John Talk's chat was suspended, and stream suspended for policy violation. And that was for streaming Golden Globes video. I don't know if it was live what they were shown. I don't know if it was a clip, but any video or any images or clips will get your live stream shut down and more than likely a copyright strike. And I thought I heard that it was ABC that was doing it, that was issuing it. Tommy?
Which is owned
I think it was
by
NBC.
Disney.
NBC.
Oh, that's
All right,
Universal.
Take it away, Tommy.
So first off, I'd like to start by what Google and YouTube is doing is actually something that the Senate has actually brought to the floor before. Now, Ted Cruz has actually sequestered members of Google and YouTube over what they consider to be free speech and their violations of it, because there are certain immunities that Google and YouTube have been given as certain provisions being a public forum. Now, as a public forum must allow people to have free speech, which YouTube has violated over and over again. They clearly stated to Senator Cruz and every other member of that Senate committee that, yes, they consider themselves a public forum for free speech, and yet they violate it at every turn. Basically, what they're doing is they are taking everything that the Senate has said in the rules and provisions that have been given to them in certain I believe it's exemptions for as far as taxation and other things are concerned. I'm not completely sure on all the legalities of it, but they've basically taken all those special benefits they've received and said, well, the rest of it, we're just going to throw out the window. We're going to do whatever they want, because Google has turned around and they have said in their updated terms of service, basically and wholly with the simplest of statements, that YouTube has no obligation to host anyone's videos, and then we can take them down at any time at our sole discretion. This is not free speech. And I would challenge anybody to say that it is. I mean, how can you sit there and not look at this and see that this is a problem? This is the kind of thing that people with the extreme mentality of PC controlling want to push. They want to put the narrative that, hey, we don't care what you think. We're going to silence you, and we're going to take history, and we're going to wipe it clean. So the only thing that you are going to know is what we tell you. And you know who follows that kind of narrative? Sheeple.
Yep.
Wake up, people. Don't be
Exactly.
sheeple. CJ?
I agree. It's a form of censorship. And you're already seeing a lot of censorship up here in Canada. So it's only a matter of time.
Censorship ain't good. Bad for stories. Got that right. Bad for stories.
And make
because
no mistake,
people feel afraid to express themselves.
Most definitely are. And this is not something new. This has been going on for a while, everyone. Everybody is just, with all the things going on with Star Wars and all these other movies and the stupid PC nonsense that's been going on in theaters and TV shows, everybody has kind of ignored this stuff with YouTube and Google, and they've kind of pushed it aside, and they've forgotten about it. But this is not like some fight that just started overnight. This has been going on for years. And Google has been slowly just worming their way over and pushing it over so they can just wipe free speech right out while still receiving the benefits they're getting from the government. And nobody is calling them on it. It's like the whole thing with the COPPA nonsense. Google didn't have to buckle and pay that money the way they did. They just did it anyway and decided, yes, we will police people. Make no mistake of that. Yes, they got fined, but they agreed to that fine. That wasn't something that was just thrown at them. Google, YouTube agreed to it, and they agreed to a whole bunch of extra things that they didn't have to just so they could police people. It's all out there. All you have to do is look at the hearings for COPPA or look at the Senate hearings for when Senator Ted Cruz went after them for violating free speech. It's all out there.
Yeah, there's going to be times where people are going to be wondering, can I say this or can I say that? Are they going to change the rules again? You're going to be watching your favorite live stream and, oh, he sneezed wrong, so they took it down. I mean, I understand that's an exaggeration, but you get what I mean.
They moved the goalpost.
Yeah, just as the goal hit, and it's like, oh, you missed. Sorry. Better luck next time. Yeah, I was watching the closed caption on the tail end of Friday night of Exozone. Inquisition. Sorry. And he was saying that he's going to edit out. Gary was saying that he's going to edit out the little bit that was shown. And that'll be a good thing.
I mean, some people might say that, Google is not responsible for some of this stuff and they could just do whatever they want. But I want you to remember that Section 230 of the Communications Decency Act, it's a provision that gave tech companies special privileges that nobody else gets. So for an example, if the New York Times or the Wall Street Journal were to publish an op-ed that libeled a private citizen, they could be held responsible. This is the case even when those organizations don't write the content that breaks the law. They can be held responsible merely for publishing it. Not so for companies like Google and YouTube. If someone uses one of those services to commit slander or to transmit classified material to traffic guns or drugs far too often, Google is off the hook. Section 230 makes them immune. They are getting a special perk and a special subsidy that no one else does. Fox News, MSNBC, none of the other big broadcasting sites get what YouTube and Google gets. And they are just getting away with whatever they want to get away with now because they think that they're immune to it. And it's time that people started to speak up against it. You need to contact your senators. You need to write to Congress. This kind of stuff with YouTube has to stop. They have to be made liable for everything that they have broken under the articles that they have agreed to within the Senate, within to the government. If you cannot hold them liable, then what point is it in ever saying anything ever again? We might as well just believe everything they tell us and just take it for word.
Yep.
Is that the kind of world you want to live in? It's not the kind of world I want to live in.
Nope.
I fucking refuse to bend the knee to them. It will not happen. Have you ever seen a guinea pig kneel? It is not a pretty sight. We don't have knees.
If I were to see a guinea pig kneel, I think I would find that disturbing. Very disturbing. Because guinea pigs just don't kneel.
We don't have knees.
Oh, you remember the saying? We do not kneel. Yep, Gary said it. Indeed, he did. It's a good saying. It's a good thing to do. Don't kneel. But be smart about it. Get the word out. Talk about it. Because what are they going to do? Strike us for talking about it? For having a polite conversation? Because that's what they don't like. They don't like polite conversation.
Hello.
Hello.
Sorry about that.
That's okay. So, is it so hard to have a conversation? You know? Or do they not want us to have a conversation? They don't want us to talk about this stuff? Because it sounds to me like they're in violation of their clause.
Well, here's the whole thing. It's the most hypocritical thing of all times. If they want us to follow certain rules and they expect us to follow certain rules, why can they not follow their own rules that have been set before them? That is extremely hypocritical. You can't tell me I have to obey your rules when you're breaking them yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's like a triple standard. Do as we say, don't do as they do, and do as we say. You know, the triple standard. A double cross in there somewhere.
I thought it was the do as I say, not as I do part.
Yeah, I know. I was being unique, different.
Okay.
Didn't want to be like the others.
You're confusing me.
Hey,
Don't
I've only been awake for about 24 hours.
Oh, jeez.
Maybe more. All right, let's.
Yeah, I'm going to try pulling that move for myself today, just because the nap I took earlier lasted longer than what I planned.
All right, Mary Mayhem just reposted her video. It was originally blocked, so we're gonna put her video in the chat.
Oh,
because I have a
Kermit is in the chat.
Is he now?
Hail Kermit.
Hail Kermit.
It's
Do you
the
rename his name? The K-Log?
It's a burner account.
Oh, okay.
Hey, CJ, this was your imagination.
Probably. Who knows? Maybe I'm sleeping.
You might be. You might be the sleeping man.
I might be.
He's the Sandman.
Sandman. Yeah, I think I'm getting immune to the Sandman or something.
I would just like to take a second out here, and I would like to welcome everybody that's come to the chat. Shellback, Chris Perza, Melanie Ham, Amis, Keck, Random Brad, K Log. What is up? Curtis YZ, my man. It is good to see you all here tonight. We're now going to continue with our regularly scheduled program.
Oh, you mean regularly off the hook, out of nowhere? Someone got zapped, and we're going to talk about it. Stream, right?
That's right. Somebody got shot in the balls.
Yeah. Someone took a hard kick to the what's-its.
The family jewels.
Family jewels.
It's sort of like that one. It's sort of like that one video where someone has this what looks like a bungee cord and what looks like a medicine ball, and they pull it back, and it goes all the way and hits that guy in the what's-its.
Ah, yes, that was a good one.
Man, yeah,
good clip. Good times. Good times.
Yes, good times. All right, let me see here. Don't mind me. I'm just stumbling blind in the dark. Let's go. Okay, good. Go on, Tommy.
Oh, I got nothing else right now. The guinea pig is silent.
Damn.
Not even squeaking.
No squeaks.
When our people get angry, the fur bristles up a bit. We can't eat for a while. We can't think. We just have to we have to sit in a spot and bedding in our own pee and just think about things for a while. This is the work.
This is the way.
It is the way.
God, my fur smells bad.
Your fur smells bad. What you been
Sitting
doing?
in my own pee.
Oh, that's what you've been doing. Sounds like a problem.
Might be. Go run through a car wash later.
Car wash.
Yeah, we got 24-hour ones.
Indeed. So yeah.
Take a toothbrush.
Toothbrush.
Yeah, toothbrush to scrub your fur.
Sentinel.
The Sentinel is in
Sentinel.
chat.
There's Sentinel.
Hail, Sentinel. The opening monologue from Ricky Gervais was fucking legendary. Yeah, we would watch it, but they'd shut us down.
Yeah.
You know
I
that.
sent you.
Just like they'll probably shut him down.
I did you. I sent you a DM, Bear.
Let me look.
It's kind of like that shit from the Family Feud. You hear that little ding and the X go up.
In Twitter.
Yep.
Okay. Which one? Community?
No, one-on-one. Sorry.
Oh, I do not see it.
What?
Yeah. Better send it again.
Yeah, let me look.
Because the last message I got at the top is
It's right underneath where I said. It's right above where I said, "Sorry, I'm going to be a minute." It
So
says.
how is everybody out there in the chat tonight?
So did you send me a Twitter DM? Or is that in the private
Yeah.
chat?
Let me try it again.
Yeah, you better try it again because I do not have a Twitter DM.
There.
The last one I sent something to Kermit. There you go.
Okay. It might have been because I was trying to send it to you from my phone while I'm still logged in on my laptop, and it doesn't like that.
I would like to take this moment to hail Ricky Gervais and welcome to the Fandom Menace, my friend. Welcome.
Hail. Welcome to the Fandom Menace.
Yeah, right.
So, is there has anyone produced the text to what he said yet? Wrote a story about it and got it word for word?
The what?
Well, you know how some papers get a teletype of what he said. Has anyone wrote a story about it yet?
I don't think so. I can look it up.
Damn it. If only YouTube didn't take it all down.
So, yeah, if we can get a hold of the teletype, we can show the print all day long. Anybody out there got the teletype?
No.
No, I'm looking.
I'm sure someone can create one.
Yeah. But the funny thing is, there's no closed captioning on this one here. Let me click that. Yeah, I got no.
Well, I sent some of the Guinea army out, but unfortunately, the only thing they came back was toes. That's all they brought back.
Toes. Man, there's 404 downvotes.
Michael Wolf, hail.
On
Hail, Michael
what?
Wolf. On the Ricky Gervais monologue.
Oh wow.
404 downvotes.
It's all those people.
All them peoples.
And some pellets.
That's really weird. I have Irish. I have that in my inbox twice. So when you sent it the first time, it didn't register, but it was there. It didn't cycle up to the top like it's supposed to.
Okay.
That's why it appeared like I didn't have a DM. Apparently, when you DM'd me, I was sending a bunch of DMs, so it cycled down a little bit. So,
I still blame it on the fact that I was on my phone at the same time.
Yeah, I'm new to the whole vape pen thing. Really weird, but it's convenient.
So, I would just like to add this for anybody that may have missed it. I just want you to remember that a line of YouTube's new terms of service say that they could pretty much terminate and suspend your account at their sole discretion. That they are not in any way obligated to host anyone's videos. I just want everybody to remember that. Because when channels start coming down and when videos start getting struck for absolutely nothing, it's going to be because of our inaction.
Article in DMs, Bear.
That
we
was
all
that was
need
fast.
backups.
That was fast.
You're welcome.
Thank you. The fact that they put this out was so freaking fast.
I have
Wow.
an account on BitChute, and I advise everyone else to create an account on BitChute as well.
They misspelled Kevin Hart's last name, but oh well.
All right. Anybody is curious about that article, it is in the chat. And now it's in the private chat on the yard. All right.
This is all coming down from Disney. Disney started all this mess.
Well, it's funny that he does mention
Most
Disney in
likely.
his speech.
Yeah.
Well, you were all real funny, but I've canceled all of you now.
Yeah. Are we going to talk about that article I shared?
Yeah.
Or no? Or yeah.
Yep.
Shellback,
Okay.
what exactly happened is John Talks was in the middle of the stream, and he was talking about the Golden Globes, and YouTube just went ahead with policy violation, and they ripped his live stream down.
Yep.
And they also did the same thing to Mary Mayhem.
Yep.
Mhm.
She just relisted her video. She had to re-edit it and put it back up, I guess. Or they approved it. I don't know
Wait.
which.
You'll have to tell me how to do that.
Do what?
Re-edit it. Re-edit it on
I don't
YouTube.
know. I don't know. No, I've never done it actually, so I don't know how that's done. That's something that's unfamiliar territory.
Yeah.
Because for me, if I did a re-edit, I would just re-edit the video, then re-upload it and take that one down. It'd be a whole new thing, you know.
Yeah.
Tyrone Beard, hell.
Hail.
Hell.
Don't be shy, Irish. Just jump in there with a hell anytime you want.
Anytime. Throw it in there.
I'm actually just rereading it on the website.
Oh, exactly. Just like Germany in the 1930s. That's no joke.
I am looking for the screenshot that I took of John Talks. Right there. Oh, that's not very big.
Angela Straven, yeah, true. But if they turn around and strike the entire video, which they can do, I've had it happen to me. They didn't even give me an option to take anything out. They actually took a whole video I had and just struck the whole thing. And they claimed policy violation. And what did they claim? Oh, yeah, they claimed hate speech. Yeah. Because I was making fun of the culture type that's there saying everything white is racist. I was making fun of them. I was making fun of them dressed up in a blue wig. And I went by the name of LaSoy Woke. And they got extremely offended by it because I was making fun and picking. And they struck the whole video under hate speech. So sometimes that doesn't always work.
Yep. No, Gary's live stream is still there, so he's gonna probably edit it. All right, let's see here.
CJ, looks like Angela Straven answered your question.
I forget my question. What was my question?
What was your question?
How do you edit on YouTube?
Yeah, but you wanted to know how to edit it before it got to the part where I was getting copyright strike or a claim or anything. Right?
Oh, okay.
I think that's what CJ was getting at, like how to edit it before he reposts it.
All right, that Hollywood article is in the community chat. If you want to get to it, Tommy, I will screen share it, of course.
You would think that, Shellback.
You would think.
Oh, they are absolutely bound by it according to the Senate. But Shellback, they're
That was weird.
What just happened?
hail Tyler Maga.
Tommy glitched.
No.
Or I glitched.
They're watching.
Of course they are. But we ain't doing nothing wrong. We're talking about what they did. Last time I checked, there ain't no rules against
But
that.
there's a picture of Ricky though. So
It's a Hollywood Reporter article. It's on them.
yeah.
Yep.
It's true.
This is an article by the Hollywood Reporter. And they use this image. And this article is by Abby White. And it came out at 5:52 p.m. 1/5/2020. So the comedian took shots at everything from cats, and I'm not saying his name, to Netflix dominance and Leonardo DiCaprio dating history during his 5th time hosting the awards show. Ricky Gervais stuck to his signature awkward and intentionally discomforting hosting style for the 2020 Golden Globes, delivering a speech dedicated to roasting the worst of Hollywood. The 58-year-old British comedian and Golden Globe winner opened his monologue with a roast of the awards themselves before signaling out various nominees for their dating habits and production company choices and racism within the industry. The jokes were in tune with how the 5-time Golden Globes host, the Hollywood Reporter, he sees his duties. The first time I did it, I thought, do I pander to the 200 privileged egos in the room, or do I try to entertain the global audience of 200 million people sitting at home who aren't winning awards? Griver said, well, no contest. I try and make it a spectator sport. I try to play the outsider. It would be nauseating for me to come out and go, hey, George, how you doing? Thanks for letting me use your villa. Hey, Brad, see ya tonight. Yeah, it's horrible. I've got to be a bloke sitting at home who shouldn't have been invited. That's who I've got to be. Read the full transcript of Grievous' monologue below. Oh, that's a full monologue. Does someone want to read that? Tommy?
I know
Or,
that Shellback
CJ?
wants to come on. Shellback
Sure.
wants to come on.
Sure.
Hello and welcome to the 77th Annual Golden Globe Awards live from the Beverly Hilton Hotel here in Los Angeles. I'm Ricky Gervais. Thank you. I'm actually a guinea pig playing Ricky Gervais, but don't tell nobody. I might get in trouble. You'll be pleased to know this is the last time I'm hosting the awards, so I don't care anymore. I'm joking. I never did. I'm joking. No, I never did. NBC clearly don't care either. 5th time. I mean, Kevin Hart was fired from the Oscars for some offensive tweets. Hello? Lucky for me, the Hollywood foreign press can barely speak English, and they've no idea what Twitter is. And it's really a shame that he keeps getting Twitter wrong. It's Twitter. So I got offered this big gig by Fax. Let's go out with a bang. Let's have a laugh at your expense. Remember, they're just jokes. We're all going to die soon, and there's no sequel. So remember that. But you all look lovely, all dolled up. You came here in your limos. I came here in a limo tonight, and the license plate was made by Felicity Huffman. No, it's her daughter. I feel sorry for her. Okay. That must be the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to her. And her dad was in Wild Hogs. Good God, that was a funny movie. It's really a shame they're picking fun at that one.
Yeah.
Hogs are very close to pigs, you know. Anyway, lots of celebrities here tonight. Legends, icons. This table alone. Al Pacino, Robert De Niro, Baby Yoda. Oh, that's Joe Pesci. Sorry. I love you, man. Don't have me whacked. But tonight isn't just about the people in front of the camera. In this room are some of the most important TV and film executives in the world. People from every background. They all have one thing in common. They're all terrified of Ronan Farrow. He's coming for you. Talking of all you perverts, it was a big year for pedophile movies. Surviving R. Kelly, Leaving Neverland, Two Popes, Shut Up, Shut Up, I Don't Care, I Don't Care. Many talented people of color were snubbed in major categories. Unfortunately, there's nothing we can do about that. Hollywood foreign press are all very racist. Fifth time. So, we were going to do an in memoriam this year, but when I saw the list of people who died, it wasn't diverse enough. Oh, God, I feel myself reeling over that. No, it was mostly white people, and I thought, nah, not much on my watch. Maybe next year, let's see what happens. No one cares about movies anymore. No one goes to cinema. No one really watches network TV. Everyone is watching Netflix. Well, at least most of the people that were until they dropped it. This show should just be me coming out going, well done, Netflix. You win everything. Good night. But no, we got to drag it out for 3 hours. You could binge watch the entire first season of Afterlife instead of watching this show. That's a show about a man who wants to kill himself because his wife dies of cancer, and it's still more fun than this. God, that's sick and depraved, and I love it. It's even better than watching my guinea pigs nibble people's toes off. Spoiler alert, season 2 is on the way. So in the end, he obviously didn't kill himself, just like Jeffrey Epstein. Ooh, damn, shouldn't have said that one. Shut up. I know he's your friend, but I don't care. Seriously. Most films are awful, lazy, remakes, sequels. I've heard a rumor there might be a sequel to Sophia's Choice. I mean, that would just be Meryl just going, well, it's got to be this one then. All the actors have jumped to Netflix, HBO. And the actors who just do Hollywood movies now do fantasy adventure nonsense. They wear masks and capes and really tight costumes. And they leave very little to the imagination, apparently, and some of them probably should. Their job isn't acting anymore. It's going to the gym twice a day and taking steroids. God, this sounds like the WWE. Really, have we gotten an award for most ripped junkie? No point. We'd know who win that. Martin Scorsese made the news for his controversial comments about the Marvel franchise. He said they're not real cinema and they remind him about theme parks. Well, I agree. Although I don't know what he's doing hanging around theme parks. He's not big enough to go on the rides. He's tiny. The Irishman was amazing. It was amazing. It was great. Long, but amazing. It wasn't the only epic movie. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Nearly 3 hours long. Leonardo DiCaprio attended the premiere, and by the end, his date was too old for him. Even Prince Andrew was like, come on, Leo, mate. You're nearly 50-something. The world got to see James Corden as a fat pussy. He was also in the movie Cats. No one saw that movie. And the reviews, shocking. I saw one that said, this is the worst thing to happen to cats since dogs. But Dame Judi Dench defended the film, saying it was the film she was born to play because she loves nothing better than plunking herself down on the carpet, lifting her leg and licking her ass. Hairball. She's old school. It's the last time. Who cares? Apple roared into TV game with the morning show, a superb drama about the importance of dignity and doing the right thing. Made by a company that runs sweatshops in China. Well, you say you're woke, but the companies you work for in China? Unbelievable. Apple, Amazon, Disney. If ISIS started a streaming service, you'd call your agent, wouldn't you? So if you do win an award tonight, don't use it as a platform to make a political speech. A gal like that's going to fucking happen. You're in no position to lecture the public about anything. You know nothing about the real world. Most of you spent less time in school than Greta Thunberg. God, that's a good dig. How dare you? So if you win, come up, accept your little award, thank your agent and your god, and fuck off. Okay? It's already 3 hours long, right?
Indeed.
Let's do the first award. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, that was the whole thing.
Applause.
Man, too bad we couldn't show it on the live stream, you know. But NBC would probably not be happy about that.
Yeah, fuck them.
No, they use sand, man. That wouldn't be fun.
WNBC.
So, I wonder if John realized that his live stream ended. Because can you be able to tell when you're in the yard? Would it eventually tell you?
Probably not.
I would think it would, but if it didn't, he might still be talking.
Well,
it is.
I tagged him. I tagged him on the link on the link to the YouTube. When I shared it out in Twitter. Well, yeah, it's horrible, horrible. So Shellback, where you at, man? I sent you a link.
Get your turtley ass in here.
Yeah, that was yeah. I almost broke my own rule.
That's right. Hail, Ricky. Hail, Ricky, and welcome to the Fandom Menace, Ricky. Other people talk bad about Ricky Gervais, and I always thought he was funny.
I still prefer the American Office, though.
Who?
The American Office.
He does have Twitter. If you
It's the Shellback himself.
Shellback.
Sorry, I had to set up my laptop.
I figured as much.
Thank God we got a turtle here.
Yeah. with a lightsaber.
A turtle and
really
a guinea pig.
Hail.
Yeah, it's really tiring being the only underprivileged animal on the stream.
Right.
Hail.
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 Who's staring at me? What? Why are you staring at me? Look the other way.
Sorry, I had the live stream playing up on YouTube, and so I was hearing the double. I was hearing a bunch of voices, so I'm like, oh, wait a minute here. How's everyone doing?
Pretty good, man. I've been awake for like 24 something hours now.
Whoa.
So I'm doing good. Coffee's my friend.
I know what that's about. I've done plenty of those.
Well, I don't know. Me and Tommy, man, we've been doing some work in the background and all that, and I figured out how to actually make a video using StreamYard in the background, connecting everything, and using what the hell is it called? It's Flashback Express recorder.
Okay.
And I use a USB input, and so I select my USB input. It captures everyone's voice, perfect. And I've got a couple videos up. Me and Tommy and we did a video, and Drew and CJ and myself, we made one earlier today.
Sweet.
Posted that one up, and I pretty much we can. Yeah, it's cool.
Good deal.
I'm sure I'm gonna get it tightened up a little bit because I've just figured out how to do that, and because I've had this program sitting on my laptop for a little while now, I just never really used it. And I have Power Director, and I have Power Director Screen Recorder, and the things that it's supposed to do is a pain in the ass. It doesn't do it. It doesn't do what it's supposed to, and the program is finicky as all get out. And Power Director on a laptop, I got a fast laptop, man. My MSI, it boots in 9 seconds. It reboots in 30 seconds. And it takes, for a 20-minute video, it takes like an hour and 20 minutes for it to render.
Oh my goodness.
And that's fast. But had it not had my other laptop, my HP, it would crash it. I crashed it like 3 times. The third time I crashed it, I got a blue screen. Power Director is so intense. And I got on this one, I got turbofan button I can press. So that way when things are getting hot and rendering, it'll keep it cool. And it's probably the best secondhand laptop I've ever bought. Gotta say.
Nice.
But I've also figured out to use the screen recording process making videos, I can transfer it over to my phone. And I kid you not, the video was about 14, 15 minutes, maybe a little more. And it took 8 minutes to render.
Okay.
I don't know if I don't know if anybody else is having this problem, but like Bear, your sound, at least for me, your sound like cut out twice within the last 5 minutes.
Yeah, it could be stuff going on with the internet, and remember, we're talking about a subject they don't like.
And
Yeah.
for God's sake, if you have to keep staring at me, okay, at least keep your hands to yourself. All right, no touchy.
Turtle, you behave yourself, or I will send my guinea pig army to take off your little turtley toes.
So what do we got? We got I see Tommy.
Turtles
What's up,
have
Tommy?
toes.
We got
John,
Shell
how are
back
you
here.
doing, sir?
I'm doing good, man. It's good to kind of get to actually talk to you beyond
I
the
know.
chat.
Hey, John, first off, I would like to thank you so much for the card that you sent me over the holidays. It actually meant a whole lot to me. You have no idea.
Oh, you bet, man. You're very welcome. And yeah, I just appreciate everything you do, man. So thank you.
Hell. Now that icon you see in mine, that's the Horseman of the fourth wave.
What?
Yeah, in the little icon, there's Horseman.
I could
And
barely see it.
Yeah, it's a little tiny thing. My chroma cam ain't working right now. It's all buggy.
Oh.
I think I need to figure something else. It gives a nice, cool little background. But I may look into getting something green screen on the low scale, not real expensive. But until then, I got what I got. It works.
So, John, when did you realize that the stream got cut off? Did you
Probably
right
about
away?
probably like 2 or 3 minutes after it actually did. So I was just talking to myself, and then I realized the live stream. Well, actually, technically speaking, the light on the camera is not on, but I went back to the chat and the video was gone. So I was like, "Oh, okay." And it's
I liked it though.
Well, I appreciate that.
I was still able to like it.
I appreciate that.
And
That's funny.
you know, Mary Mayhem, one of her videos she uploaded was removed for the same thing.
Really?
And I think I had another notification of that same video being uploaded, so she probably had to fix it or something.
Okay. Did she get it? Was it striked or?
I'm not sure, but I got a screenshot.
Okay.
Let me see if I pull that up.
Or was it just like a demonetization sort of thing?
I'm not sure. I haven't spoke to her at all, but
Yeah,
I did catch. I as soon as I seen the notification, I popped it open and opened in Firefox, and it was her Ricky Garvis slams Woke Hollywood at Golden Globes video, and I did thumbs up it because I got it to open, but it just showed the black screen, and I will share that now. And gotta love when coffee works.
If it's a black screen, that means they yanked it initially.
Yeah.
No, that right there.
Oh, okay. Video. Okay, so it was copyright grounds. The interesting thing about mine, which I thought they were going to get me on the copyright, and it was a community guidelines, which
Really,
yeah, which I found to be bizarre. So here, I'll let me see.
I have it up. Yeah.
Oh, you got it.
this video has been removed for violating YouTube's terms of service.
Yeah, it's
Wow.
it's very specific. Or I can give you something a little bit more. At least on my end, I can show you guys what it was. Let's see.
It's probably because of the speech in general.
They're like, having this broadcast on network television was enough.
This is the screen capture I grabbed. I mean, it's small. You can barely see that.
Censorship.
Got 10 million tabs open.
I've got 8, maybe. But they're in Chrome. Chrome works really good. I tried using StreamYard in Firefox. Man, it don't work good at all.
Okay, I can. So it says policy. Again, it's a community. Zoom in on it. Spam, deceptive practices, and scams. So I appealed. So I submitted an appeal, and I guess we'll see what happens. I basically said, I was just doing commentary on, after the Globes. I don't know if it was the fact that I wasn't doing, I put Golden Globes live talk. So I don't know if it's because I'm talking after the Globes. I don't know too. I don't know if somebody just if somebody can strike your channel. I mean, I guess, can that happen too?
Well, you can have
suppose.
anybody technically strike your channel. I actually had a couple strikes thrown at me from Disney, John, on a couple videos.
Oh, wow. Okay.
One was straight up from an arm of Disney for music under, what's the composer's name? Why am I blanking on his name?
John something?
John Williams.
Yeah, Williams. It was an arm under there, under Disney, for John Williams, claiming the music that I used was from The Force Awakens. And it was actually from the original Star Wars. And the second one I got was for using footage of a bunch of clips from A New Hope, which I actually put layers over top of it, so they were all black and white and sketchy looking. But they tried to get me from Fox. Disney tried to get me from there, and I was actually able to get that one appealed and thrown out.
It's crazy. I mean, I've done, I've played clips of, just small, short clips of movies and stuff, and I've managed to be fine with it, So, I mean, I've had it too, where I played extended clips from different things, and most of the time, what they'll do is, they'll collect the money from it, or but they, I don't know. I haven't had anything quite like this happen where I got struck, and it's really not even a copyright issue, which is crazy. I thought it would have been,
A couple of my videos have been claimed, but that's it. But I mean, I'm only like 255 subscribers, and I'm a long way from the freaking watch time, so it's not like they're gonna get any money from me anyway.
Right.
No,
Yeah.
please. You guys talking about the
couple of
subscriber
my
numbers and stuff, and I'm
videos
sitting here
have
like, I've got
been claimed as
70. Woo. I'm invisible to these people.
Well, Irish, that's okay. When I had the one video taken down, the Losoy Woke does the woke news.
I'm at 220.
I think I had 40 people on my channel at the time.
yeah, I don't think it matters.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, their software is so good. I'm just surprised you got I don't know. Yeah, I'm just surprised you got that taken down, Tommy, for those clips, because I mean, I don't know. Doesn't seem like it'd be that I guess that big of a deal. Was it actually like clips from the movie, or was it just photos?
No, it was straight up clips from the movie. But what I did is I did all kinds of overlays over top of it, so all the color was washed out, and it was all black and white, and it was sketchy looking. So I knew under fair usage it was supposed to be allowed, but they still went after me anyway. And I did fight it, and I appealed, and I won, which was surprising.
Wow.
But the other one that they got for the music, I had to delete the music out that they were claiming, because there was no way around it, because they just kept saying, no, we're rejecting your appeal. But the other one that actually got taken down was one where I was just making fun of the PC culture types with their, everything white is racist and all that, blah, blah, blah. So I was making fun of that. And that video just got plain out, just taken down under hate speech, they said.
Gotcha.
I was making fun of
I got a copyright claim on one of my videos.
I've gotten a couple of claims and a full-on block as well.
Well,
For
It
well,
the
you
didn't.
know,
Larson video.
Mine. It didn't get blocked. It was the memorial video I made for Anna's sister.
as a minority,
And
I figured that was
hey, hold on,
safe.
Shell.
So.
Hold on, Shell. Hold on. I used a Lakota sending song in the video, and I put in the video that it was a prayer. This is a memorial, and so the owner of it just claimed it and let it be. So
Oh, okay.
I thought that was very nice because the guy I can't remember his name, but he's a pretty famous singer, Lakota singer. He sung a few good songs, very sacred, and so I used it in that, and
Are we
it was
sure
good.
it was just? Are we sure it was him that did the claim on it, or did he already
Oh no,
previously have?
he owned it lock, stock, and barrel. It was his.
Oh yeah, no.
And,
I'm just saying that when you posted it up on YouTube and they marked it as a copyright claim, are you sure it was, personally done by him or just an automatic thing?
no, it was. I'm pretty sure because he owns the copyright to the song, and it's a sacred song, very sacred.
Yeah.
And they're slowly but surely they're putting a lot of the songs out there, and I guess some elders have gotten permission to put the songs out there because that's pretty much why they're out there. They got permission. Otherwise, they wouldn't be out there at all.
Because some of the videos that I posted up, and you can even look on my secondary channel, I'm always using different songs or whatever. But since I'm so small, I don't do the monetization thing, so I don't really care. But all of them may have a copyright claim, but none of them have ever gotten struck.
Yeah.
And when you look into it, it's because the artist allows people to use their music in that kind of way.
Right.
They just, so that's why they allow it. Whereas I think Metallica is the one that will have your videos taken down if you use their stuff. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I use all the audio from the free section. I would and a lot of times I'll take like 4 or 5 tracks and I'll mix them as one. Tommy's seen the process. I showed him it.
It sounds like a nightmare.
I got a good ear.
Well, I mean, it's a safe bet, if you're pulling from what they're allowing you to use.
Yeah, and it's from the non-attribution section.
Nice.
Because there's ones where you gotta name the artist and all that stuff, and I just click the ones that I don't have to mess with.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping in the beginning, that I didn't get one of those required attribution ones, because I've been at this since April 19th.
So this is exactly why I use most of my own music for my old band or stuff I do myself. This way I don't have to worry about the music anymore.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I usually, if I'm able to, I sometimes will reach out to people that make music to see if they'll let me, use their music in my videos, whether it gets copyright claimed or not. Anyway, just so, I could say, hey, you guys said I could do it.
All right.
Voltaire was one of the ones I reached out to, and he said I can use any of his songs if I want to. And I'm like, hell yeah.
Nice.
I want to remind everybody that beings that clause that says that it's supposed to be an open and free platform, as in free speech. This is what you do. You call the Federal Trade Commission, file a complaint. And why do you think T-Mobile got sued when they were whole bunch of customers got subscriptions for music service or something like that, or different things, and they weren't aware of it and they were being charged for it. So T-Mobile got sued. Well, the reason why they got sued is because people filed complaints with the Federal Trade Commission. And what you have to do is you have to keep filing complaints. And eventually, when there's enough complaints, Federal Trade Commission will sue them. Because they are supposed to be an open and free platform. That's why they were given tax breaks.
They have special provisions, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I don't like bullies. Really don't. I got bullied when I was a kid, and it left an effect on me. And they're bullies. That's what they are.
I mean, as far as this strike goes, at least for for my channel, I'll wait for the appeal. Because somebody could have just, I don't know, for one reason or another, want to be an asshole and just strike my video. I've never had it happen in 2 years I've been on this platform, so we'll see. I might be out of this fine, but I guess so I was looking at the guidelines, or I was looking at if I get another strike, then I can't post or go live for 7 days. Then if you get another one, that's 90 days. And that's like yeah, I mean either one is bad. And I don't know how long it takes for when you strike out or whatever. I think or maybe I'm wrong. It could, I feel like that's right though. I feel like I was looking at the right thing. So yeah, anyways, it's just I don't know. I feel like I'm like I got to be careful, like I'm walking on eggshells at this point, cuz even to go like 7 days without posting is I haven't done that in 2 years. So
It's detrimental to your channel, to say the least.
yeah. I don't know. I don't want to know what to find. I don't want to find out exactly what would happen if I didn't post in 7 days. But
Yeah.
I mean, I can only imagine 90 days. It's like, geez, why don't you just bury my channel? But
Universal tends to be strict with that stuff anyway. Like, and
yeah,
they own, NBC or whatever.
NBC Universal.
Yeah.
Well, they're all. You see, it's not just the problem with the big corporations. It's those contractors that work for them that put bots out there that do the automatic claiming stuff, and it's been known to happen. It's happened a few times, and it's basically the creators that hold these things, and they hire out people in foreign countries, and they've been getting claims from foreign countries that are contractors for them, and it makes it real hard.
yeah, it's tricky. There's a lot of there's a lot of legalities, red tape, and
Yeah, that's why I was asking about.
Go ahead.
Oh, that's why I was asking about if you knew it was the singer personally that put the claim out instead of one of the the number of bots that are out there.
In my experience, when I've seen other YouTubers talking about this stuff, it's never revealed, hardly ever, from what I've heard and seen. Would that be correct, John?
As far as if somebody strikes you or something, or if
Right.
somebody claims, yeah, that's the thing. I mean, even like if you remember the Monday Matt situation,
Yep.
It's not like anybody, the person who got their vid struck, nobody knew it was him until they basically got him to share it. So you would have never known. And
I'm not too sure about that because somebody else, people always know when he's copy striking their videos because they see it come up. It names who it is that's copyright claiming on them.
well, I think as far as the thing that, I don't think Matt was striking anybody on copyright claims. It was more the fact that I think it was community guidelines. And so at least I can't see here. And the gentleman on the kill stream, I don't think they could see. That's why they had Matt do it, was basically to, like just show your information and prove you're not striking anybody. And so that's why I think it was that's the tricky thing where it's almost like the Me Too situation where it's like
Right.
all the burden is somebody could just outright just strike your video, and what's the if they falsely do it, then what's the penalty? Nothing. But what happens to you as a YouTuber? Well, you might be out of luck for however many days. So that's where I don't know, I just find it to be a little wacky.
Well, I do think that there is a possibility that it could have been somebody in the chat that maybe had a complaint against it because right before it happened, there was a guy in the chat who was leaving cryptic messages in the chat, you know, with the single letters running down in a column. And it took me a while to figure out what he was saying because I timed him out the first time, and then the second time I figured out what he was saying, and I was like, "Oh, okay, I get what you're doing now." And that's when I removed him from the channel. And it was probably like 20,
we was watching from a yard.
Yeah, it was probably 20 minutes after that.
He probably came back.
When your stream came down.
Yeah, I see. That's, you know, it's very possible that it could have been, you know, it could just be some random individual like that who, I don't know. But hopefully, you know, the appeal goes through and everything gets removed or restored back to normal. We'll see. But yeah, that's just a thing where it's like, I don't think anybody should just be able to, you know, like strike your video. You know, copyright claim is different because copyright claim is going to come from, I don't think anybody can just copyright claim anything. It has to be the owner of, you know, of that material itself.
Well, I don't know. I've actually had somebody try to lay a copyright claim against me because I did some like Transformers videos.
Oh, okay.
Like, talking about old school G1 characters and stuff like that. And somebody threw a copyright claim at me for the music and claiming that they owned the rights to the old commercials that were broadcast on TV.
Wow.
And what I used, the segment of music that I used and everything was not from the commercials at all. Wow. It was actually from one of the old school G1 cartoons from Sunbow Cartoons. And Hasbro never came after me, but this little pissant company out of nowhere, they owned the rights, tried to come after me. And yeah, it held my video up for a while. You know, I mean, it wasn't very long, but I managed to appeal that and get it dropped off. So
crazy. So they were claiming to have the rights to the music.
Yeah.
Huh. Wow.
And the minute I appealed it, it came right off. I mean, like within probably 5 or 6 hours, which to me just says that the claim was just bullshit to begin with if it came off that quickly.
Yeah. Yeah, I would think you shouldn't be able to claim that easily, but yeah, apparently I guess you can. I mean, maybe they're just hoping and banking that you're not gonna, you know, like appeal it.
That's what it seems like. Yeah.
Yeah.
From what I've seen, when I've seen this happen, it seems like it's done just to mess you up, make you lose revenue for however many, whether it's a week, 2 weeks, for them to review it.
Yeah.
And you lose all that revenue. So
yeah,
it's a very, very snide way of doing business, as far as I'm concerned. Very, very dishonest.
Yeah. Well,
and in a way, if you think, very hostile.
Well, yeah, definitely for the people doing stuff like that, you know.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and you know, and the tricky thing is too. I mean, I think you know, when like if you're a smaller YouTube, I think it's even trickier to you know, I don't know how it works. I don't know if you're kind of put more so, you know, a little lower on the list in terms of like priorities. I don't know, you know, but then it really hurts you, you know. It can really hurt your video and how well it can do. And yeah, there's just some things about this platform where, you know, I'm very grateful, you know, but it's, you know, it's got some issues too. And it's, you know, it's a tricky, I wouldn't say it's a love-hate thing, but I mean, I'm hoping this thing gets appealed. I really do. And I guess I've got enough faith in YouTube to, you know, hopefully they're going to, you know, do the right thing or at least be extremely clear with me on what exactly I did wrong, if I did anything wrong, so I know not to do it again. I guess that's where I'm really, that's just what I'm hoping for overall. You know, I just want more clarity in that aspect. If they're saying I did something that was against terms of policy or whatnot.
I don't understand.
Unfortunately, a lot of times they don't, though.
Yeah.
I mean, my own experience, John, when I did the one, like I said, the joking video where I did LaSoy LaWoke and the Woke News. It's just poking fun, just because I felt like it.
Yeah.
And when they struck it down for hate speech, and I asked them, well, what was hate speech in it? Tell me what I did. They refused to give me an answer. They said, you violated community guidelines and it's hate speech. And I asked, but what for? Community guidelines and hate speech. And that was the only answer they would give me.
Huh.
Like,
wow.
it was a bit ridiculous.
Wow.
I mean, and that just leaves YouTubers in the lurch by, okay, well, if I can't figure out what I did wrong, how am I going to know how to not do it again in the future?
Exactly. Exactly.
Do you have at least a backup channel on BitChute?
I do not. No, but I probably should start.
Yeah.
It definitely wouldn't hurt at this point. I mean, I'm almost thinking about right now just kind of like restructuring and doing some things different with the channel. And, you know, I've taken a couple days off at a time. So even if I do that, you know, I'll be perfectly fine. But I'm almost just thinking about, just, I don't know, reformatting some things with the channel and just taking a day or two off. And because, just hopefully I can get this thing appealed. And, you know, I just don't want to feel like I'm walking on eggshells, because if I get another strike, like it's, that's really problematic for me. And so I don't know, you know, hopefully it's just kind of an anomaly. But I'm really, but right now too, I'm thinking about other platforms and really, you know, kind of getting more integrated in some other ways too, you know, that way I don't have all my eggs in this, this one basket that is YouTube.
How'd they say it? Diversify your bonds. I don't want to say the rest though.
Yeah.
Freaking Chappelle.
I don't understand how any of this freaking matters in the first place. Because, I mean, no matter what you talk about or sample or whatever, it's like free advertising for whatever you know, for whoever it is, you know, like if you use a bit of a Metallica song, you know, in your video, you know, it's like free advertising for them, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they don't like money.
Yeah, I mean, I see both sides of it, you know. I mean, again, my issue wasn't even a copyright issue, but you know, it's that idea if you create something and it's, you know, if it's obviously they see it as money lost. And, you know, I mean, here's how I see it. Like, if they could split the revenue at least, you know, that you would get whatever you get from the video, like if it was split, I think that seems a little bit more
like a royalty check.
Yeah, so it's like, you know, hey, you're getting your money. This, like, basically, if you never made the video, they wouldn't even be collecting on it anyway. So it's like, if you could at least get, you know, half of that, or at least a cut of that, then I think more people would be inclined to use certain music, and it could be a win-win situation. But
what's that called? That's a certain type of freaking work where you're oh God, I can't think of the name of it now. It's eluding me. But it's the type of work where you're basically
contractor.
Yes, like contract work. Yes.
Yeah. If they could do something like that, or, you know, certain artists were willing to do that, I don't know. It could be beneficial for everybody, but
that would make too much sense, though.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't know.
How dare you, Turtle? How dare you?
I'm sorry.
Well, they're not in the making sense business, obviously, but it's, you know, it's a tricky thing.
They don't like money for some reason.
Yeah, it's like they either like it too much.
They don't like to share money.
Yeah, there you go.
That too. Well, it's like okay, write good stories. Don't pander. Don't virtue signal, and people will pay lots of money for that. Don't they realize this?
They don't understand that sharing is caring.
Oh, they understand what sharing is. They're sharing the wrong stuff. You know, they're sharing their hatred with us, basically.
They also don't understand that having guinea pigs nibble off their toes is going to hurt. because it's going to happen. The army has been sent out.
The army of guinea pigs.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Hence the banner. The guinea pigs
Oh,
will
God.
get you.
Well, a guinea pig bite ain't nothing compared to a turtle snapping your toes off. I can show you some videos of a watermelon getting snapped in half by an alligator snapping turtle.
Yeah, but guinea pigs breed faster, so there's going to be a lot more of us.
Yeah.
He's got a point there.
Oh, not everybody likes it fast, okay?
2 words for you. 2 words for you. Turtle and soup.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh, damn.
Those are
You-
fighting
you-
words there.
You're going
Guinea
straight to
pig
hell.
stew.
You're going straight to hell for that one.
guinea pig stew.
Melanie brings up a good point. Turtles live longer.
Yeah.
The shellback, I'm already in Florida. It doesn't get much hotter than this. Actually, it's pretty cold here right now. It's 48 degrees outside.
Wow.
It's freaking freezing.
Dang. That's good. Yeah, that's freezing for Florida.
Yeah. That's like freaking
That's normal for
Sub-Zero.
me.
What?
It's,
What?
It's 41 here right now.
I don't even know what it's like right now.
Here in
Okay.
Olympia. Yep, 41.
We're supposed to be getting snowed on, Bear, this coming week.
Oh, Lord.
It depends. It really does. Every time they predict snow, every time they say snow's going to happen, it either slams us for 3 days or we get a sprinkle.
We're getting slammed by snow up here in Cape Breton.
It's 34 right now here.
I'm turning the heat on.
That's
It's 71 degrees in this house. It's just too damn cold.
that's crazy.
What?
says the one that moderates from outside.
No, it's it's funny. I never thought Florida or Texas got that cold, and now that Tommy's saying, it's that like it's 40 in Florida, which I assume that's freezing for you guys. And then Texas, I had John Matrix tell me that it can get chilly there too. And I was always under the impression that it was like fairly, like maybe the lowest you go is 50s, but
Oh my gosh, we're going to have a heat wave this week. It's going to be spring on Friday. 59 degrees. Woohoo.
where are you at?
Indianapolis.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a heat wave.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
I lived in the Phoenix area. I lived in the Phoenix area for a couple of years, and it even gets down to freezing there. So,
Wow.
Well, when
Oh,
I
yeah.
first moved down to Florida from, I used to live in Jersey. I used to live in Trenton, New Jersey, and I was used to the weather up there. But when we moved down here over 7 years ago, maybe close to 8 now, the first year we were down here, and it came around wintertime, and it dropped down to maybe 68 or something like that. People were outside in Winter Park, or like the full like blown like Arctic Circle type jackets, and I was like looking, I'm like, it's not that cold.
The
that
Canadian right here.
drunk. Sounds like drunk 3PO.
The Canadian right here is like warm weather. What's that?
Hey, I've been up in northern Saskatchewan in North Battleford, and the snow up there, it crunches in a special way. It kind of echoes and bounces off the buildings. It just keeps going. It's so freaking cold up there. I was up there right just before Christmas in 2003. And man, let me tell you, freaking cold. I froze my tail off. And I was prepared. I had warm clothing and stuff like that, Cold.
Where was this at?
North Battleford in Saskatchewan.
Which
It's
is
directly
in
above.
Canada.
Yeah, it's directly above Montana. And North Battleford, if you were to stack Montana on the bottom part of Saskatchewan, then stack another half of Montana on top of that, that's how far up North Battleford is. It's not far from tundra. I think you could drive like 60, 70 miles and be in tundra.
That would be why it was so cold.
Yeah, it was freaking freezing. Everybody there, it doesn't matter during or winter time, they plug their cars in automatically. They got heaters in the oil tanks.
Dang.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what?
They put it. What they do is they put a heater in your oil pan, and it keeps your oil warm. So your oil stays warm. Your engine will start in freezing weather. Yeah, and you just plug your car in before you go out there at night. Because I'm from Gary, Indiana, right at the bottom of Lake Michigan, and we used to get those northern Canadian winds coming down across Lake Michigan. Plus, if you look at to the going to the southwest, there's a whole bunch of bodies of water that are lined up with Lake Michigan at an angle, and it hits all those lakes, and man, it just builds up all that cold. And by the time it gets to Gary, Indiana, we get slammed with lake effect snow. Man, that is cold. You can have a wind chill factor of 25 below, and when it's 15, it'll be anywhere from 25 to 30 below wind chill factor. So in other words, if you're caught out in that kind of weather, unprepared, it can kill you.
Yeah.
Jesus, Michael.
It's no joke.
It's 19
Yeah, that's
degrees
why
Celsius.
that's why in out there they recommend that you keep 2 big bags of the big bags in your trunk during the wintertime. So that way you got rear wheel drive, you got traction, and you got something to help get yourself out, and keep a shovel in there, and keep emergency blankets in there during the winter. Because when the winters are bad there, man, it can get cold.
Yeah. Yeah, Michigan, especially, man, up north, and it's no joke.
Yeah,
when you're in the middle of nowhere like that too.
When I left Indiana in 98 in no, it was a few days before January 5th. It took like 3.5 days for the Greyhound to get out there, and in Gary there was a freaking blizzard going on, and there was literally a blizzard that followed all the way out. And when we got to I think it was when we got right into Colorado, we got this crazy bus driver, and he was a cigarette smoker, so he wanted to get to his next spot so we can have a cigarette. And we didn't mind that because there was a few of us on the bus that were cigarette smokers too. And they didn't. Then e-cigarettes weren't really a thing yet.
Hey, on that note, Bear, I'm going to break off and go have something. Wow, go have myself a cigarette.
Hey, I just tried to light my electronic cigarette a second ago. I'm like, what am I doing?
just save time and just eat the cigarette.
All right, I'll be in the chat, but I'm going to mute myself on here. Is that cool?
Sure.
You know, I heard that the UP is basically like in an entirely different country anyway. So. Oh
man, there's beautiful country up there. Beautiful. Honestly, I'm surprised I didn't go up there and go camping because, you know, I was from 2 different worlds. I grew up in the woods when I lived out in Portage, but I also grew up in Gary, Indiana, because my grandmother was always in Gary. And so I got all my childhood friends that are from Gary and all that. And man, let me tell you, that is one rough freaking place. When you drive down the streets, if you look at someone, you nod at them in respect and you look away. That's how it's done. Otherwise, if you stare at someone in Gary, they're liable to shoot at you. Them people don't freaking play. Of course, I was kind of crazy back in those days, and I went everywhere. Wasn't scared of nothing.
Wow.
Yeah. Of course, the west side of Gary was sort of like it was this nickname was the Little Bronx, and the other nickname was the Wild Wild West, because it was literally cops and robbers kind of thing, you know. Only difference is it was basically drug war between the gangs and the cops trying to catch the people selling the drugs. You know what I'm saying? Crazy off the hook place, man. And that's kind of why I left Gary, because I had my 21st birthday cocaine free this last November. 21 years.
Congrats.
Yeah. Yeah, but
Speaking of drugs, do you think Freddie has gotten off all the meth that he was on and figured out that Star Wars is no longer child oriented?
It's tough to say with Freddie Prinze. I don't know. Well, he's still got his. I think he's got his channel, his YouTube channel.
It's for kids, dog.
Yeah.
Bro.
Well, he's got it. I don't know if you guys saw this. He's got a YouTube channel where he just plays board games and stuff on it. Like, I forgot what it's even called. Let me see if I can find it.
What does he think? He's Will Wheaton or something?
I don't know what it.
Hey, Scoob, what do you say we go out in the back of the mystery machine and smoke a doobie? Okay, Reggie.
I forgot what it's called even. I don't know. It's just weird to see like I don't know, like this guy market him like not really find a way to market himself better when he's got, he's sure. I mean, he's kind of you could say he's a washed up celebrity, but he could still have a YouTube presence, I would say.
Well, in order to be washed up, wouldn't you have had to have been relevant in the first place?
But don't.
But he's married to Buffy, for Christ's sake.
There you go. Yeah.
How did that happen?
Here it is. This is what it's called. I don't know. I was back in the day. I mean, he was kind of like a childhood. He was a childhood. A
teen heartthrob.
Yeah, that's what it was. Okay, so his channel's called Geghead, and it's not. He's not showing a subscriber count. But here I'll share it to you if you guys want to see it.
sure.
So here it is. Oops. So it's Geghead, and here he is, Freddie Prinze, talking about his channel, and yeah, this is I don't know, it's just weird. It's weird.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
Well,
I don't know.
I would like to make a public service announcement, kids. This is what happens when you do drugs.
Play the video so we can get a strike.
I know, right?
No.
That's why I was like thinking about playing it, but like I'm not like after tonight, I'm afraid to play any video on my live stream.
It's what happens.
Yeah, but
when you eat Scooby snacks.
Scooby snacks.
Yeah, I just it's funny. Like I feel like this. You should be able to market yourself better. If he was like Freddie Prinze Jr. vlogs or something, I don't know. I'm sure there's enough. He's got enough probably old school fans that would love to kind of know what he's doing now.
I used to be one of those old school fans, man, until he started kind of talking out the side of his mouth.
The name Geghead just sounds nasty.
I mean, he was in one of my favorite space movies with that one hot chick. What was her name? Jeez. Old movie in the late 80s, early 90s.
Oh,
man, she was hot.
What, the Troopers one? The
no, not the
Starship
Troopers.
Oh,
No,
okay.
not Starship Troopers.
I was thinking of Denise.
It was similar but less campy, more serious.
Okay. Yeah, I can't.
Oh, I'm gonna have to look that up.
Was Matt Lillard in it
Who?
as well?
Who?
You're probably thinking of Wing Commander.
No,
Yes, that's it.
Oh, okay.
That is a great movie. It's a bit less campy than Starship Troopers.
Yeah, you wouldn't have got that answer from a guinea pig.
More than likely not, because it doesn't sound like something that we would watch.
But yeah, this name Geghead, it just sounds like Gaghead or something. I don't know. Like, yeah.
Not very creative.
No, I don't know. He should really, I mean, if you got a name, you might as well exploit it, right? If you got, Freddie Prinze, like, you might as well call your YouTube channel Freddie Prinze. I think the gag stands for something, but this is just pretty bad marketing or pretty bad.
Who's the person on the other side?
Probably, his friend. I think it's both.
I think it's his dealer. He just changed the first 4 letters and put meth in there, and then he would have it.
Yeah,
I'm not a fan of his.
Yeah, of course I'm not either, but yeah, I don't know. This is just it's kind of weird. It's kind of weird to me. But
bizarre land, man.
Yeah.
See, now when I watch Rebels, I'm just gonna have to tune out the fact that I know who does the voice of Kanan.
Oh, really?
I always troll him on Twitter and ask when Scooby-Doo 3 is coming out.
Yeah, I really tuned that out, man. I heard that before, and I must have really tuned that out. I didn't like hearing that because I like the character Kanan.
Well, that's the whole, you got to separate the actor from the role thing.
Yeah. Sometimes it's hard to do.
Yeah. But yeah, like I said, I always troll him on Twitter and ask when Scooby-Doo 3 is coming out.
Yeah.
That's
what's the guy that played Shaggy? What's his name?
That was Matt Lillard.
Matt Lillard. He's been in a lot of different stuff, and I like the stuff that he's in. He either plays a freaked out scared guy or a freaked out bad guy.
I always liked that one. What was that? Hackers.
Yes. He was awesome in Hackers.
I don't think I've ever seen that movie. That's from like 90s, right?
Oh, dude, that was like one of Angelina Jolie's.
He was in the
movies.
first Scream.
That's right. Yeah.
I'm freaking dying over here.
Yeah.
Hackers.
Yeah, Hackers had Angelina Jolie, Matt Lillard, the what's his name?
Courtney Cox was in it, right? And
1995.
The guy that played Sherlock Holmes on TV with freaking Lucy Liu as Watson.
One of the guys that played in Trainspotting played in that.
Johnny Lee Miller.
Yeah, that's who I was talking about.
Yeah, he was the main.
He played in Trainspotting.
Yeah.
Johnny Lee Miller.
Yep, Johnny Lee Miller. He's been in a lot of different stuff.
Is there an echo in here? Echo.
Yeah.
Somebody got back.
Sorry.
Did that scare you, Shellback? Did she sneak up on you? We have a special room in the Fandom Menace Discord server that I started it, but Drew built it up. He was the one that did the majority of the work on it. So yeah. Oh, and he was sufficiently punished for sending invites to the room he should not have sent invites from.
Oh yeah.
Yes, we flogged him a little bit for that.
That's funny.
Yeah. Yeah, he sent invites from the what the frick is it called?
NSFW.
Yes, it's where people can put their naughty pictures or whatever,
Yeah, nothing like coming in there and getting a face full of wow.
Yeah.
You secretly loved it.
Well, to be fair, Drew had been up for about as long as I had been. I think I was up by that time by like 19 hours or something like that. So this is my second stretch of being awake.
So you're saying it's like one of those places where you go full shell?
It's where you go no shell.
If that's what you do in your spare time, brother.
Oh, okay.
Not me. Sorry.
Right. Okay, hold on. I'll be right back.
he needs to go wax his shell.
Yeah. I mean, what?
All right. So I will. Here's a link to the Discord server in the private chat. And I guess the invite links do expire after a certain amount of time.
Not unless you set it to not expire.
I'll send the memo to Drew.
Yeah.
Drew, get on it.
Yeah, get on, Drew. Wake up. If we're awake, you got to get up.
Yeah.
Wakey, wakey,
President,
eggs and bakey.
Shall I
sleepy
blow up his
man is
phone?
awake.
Declaring an emergency?
What kind? As long as it's not an out of coffee emergency, we can't have that.
No. I'm just saying in general. Should I just blow up Drew's phone saying it's an emergency? Get online quick.
Somebody woke him up the wee hours of yesterday morning.
Yeah, I know.
And he was not very happy about it.
I know.
He was a little grumpy.
Who, Drew?
Yeah. He kind of grumped at me a little bit, and twice actually. And I politely reminded him that it's important to be polite. You have bad days and all that. Talk about it. Don't take it out on people. That's what I always say. Get it off your chest. Because every now and then, people just need a freaking sounding board.
True.
Get stuff off their chest.
It's true.
Okay, I'm sending him private DMs right now, asking him if he's awake.
Well, he got the link because I let him know, so he's probably sleeping.
Are you awake? I mean, like awake right now? Yeah. How many could I send in a row?
It's like 3 a.m. his time.
Yeah, it's 12:26 my time.
What does that mean to a guinea
It's
pig?
4:26 a.m. here.
You humans and your silly times.
Just tell him you wanted to give him a hug. It's okay.
I'm sure that'll make everything okay.
No.
Yeah. Hopefully he has his phone on Do Not Disturb.
Okay, the last one I put was hugs. I better let him know that it's all good.
Everybody send Drew
Oh,
a
God.
DM and say razor clams.
Oh, Jesus. If you guys wake him up, I am not taking responsibility.
Yeah, I'll probably disappear too. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't even think I know Drew, but
Drew-
He's sleeping. Oh,
Yeah.
it's an inside joke with the razor clam thing.
gotcha.
He's got a visual. He's very visual, and yeah, just all jokes and fun.
Oh, yeah.
I'll send her a picture of a scantily clad female in a Santa hat.
Indeed.
I
I don't think that's the Santa they were expecting.
No, Melody, we don't need you to call him up and wake him up for Discord.
She would probably do it too.
Hell, I could do it, but I'm not going to.
Well, I could probably do it too, but I think there's been one too many jokes already that I've played on him. Nice ones, of course.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to take a picture up and remember razor clams.
Oh, I know. Better yet. Oh, mischievous. Okay, this is going to be funny. So,
No, I know.
there's Drew's link to his Twitter. There's the link to his Twitter.
Oh my God.
And everybody send him razor
God.
clams.
Nope.
And say razor clams with love.
Oh man, he's gonna wake up to that. Like, what the hell?
Razor Razor clams sounds like something that you would come across in a certain establishment in Bangkok.
No, actually, razor clams are a real thing. They're actually very delicious.
Ooh, excuse me.
But the kind of razor clams that we're sending to Drew is a different story.
Yeah, this is not. I don't even know what they are, and I don't want to know. Sounds like bad
You don't
news.
want to know.
Sounds like bad.
Yeah.
Melanie says it's basically and now I know how to say this correctly. I didn't when I first came up here, but anyway, she says it's basically a gooey duck.
Gooey duck.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah. When I first came to Washington, there's actually a town named Gooey Duck. So bigger than life itself, up on a interstate road sign. I'm like, what the hell is a geoduck?
No, gooey duck. I've actually had it. It's very delicious.
I would have been saying the same thing, man.
Hey, where I'm at, it's Indian country, and lots of seafood, gooey duck, salmon bakes, powwows. And I had a chance to go to the Chief Leshai powwow, and they were having a salmon bake. And I had some friends of mine with me. And we went into that gooey bake, and they had gooey bake. Yeah. They had gooey duck there, breaded, and my God, it was the most wonderful thing I ever ate. It takes a little getting used to because it's very rich in flavor. And razor clams and gooey ducks are related, but they're two different things.
Have you ever had lobster?
Razor clams aren't as big as gooey duck, because gooey duck is probably about 4 inches long, about maybe 2 inches wide to 3 inches wide to about maybe 1.5 inches thick. And what they do is they bread them, deep fry them, and my God, they're delicious.
Wow.
Yeah.
You ever have lobster?
Oh, it's been a long time. Yeah. You would think that I would eat more seafood out here, but ever since Fukushima in 2011,
Oh yeah.
I kind of steer clear away from seafood.
Yeah, because you're more on the West Coast, aren't you?
Yes. Yeah. Olympia, Washington. It's the capital of Washington State, and the coast is about a 45-minute drive. Beautiful.
Cape Breton lobster is delicious, though.
Yeah. It's been a long time since I had lobster, but lots of crab out here. Dungeness crab, lobster from Alaska. You can go in the casinos, and they have certain days out of the week where they have nothing but lots of seafood in their restaurants, and all you can eat crab.
Yeah, we do have quite a few crabbers out here, don't we?
Yeah. There was you see what's the name of the TV show that has the guys that are crabbing up in Alaska?
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
I had a friend that did that, and he would be gone like 4 or 5 months out of the winter, and he told me that is the most dangerous work that anyone can do. He's seen people get swept off the ship, and either that or crushed by those lobster cages. They're heavy, they're huge, and he said that he says 3 seasons. Most people will do it for 3 seasons, and they won't go back. Basically, build yourself a nest egg in 3 years.
That's what it is, because it pays so well, right?
My God, it's freaking dangerous work, man. People die big time in that kind of work. What, Tommy?
I found something. I know what to send Drew. It's a 2007 film called Teeth.
Oh God.
Well, basically in
talk about a razor clam.
Well, we fund Drew and all good and fun, but I basically adopted Drew as my little brother, basically.
Aw.
Take that, Drew.
Yeah.
He's going to wake up and see that. He's going to scream.
All good, love, and fun.
Okay, hang on. Oh, never mind. It's in the private chat. It's not in the private chat. I see it.
I'm a bad guinea pig.
Yes.
Yeah, razor clams are great, but you see, gooey duck, it's really a required taste because they are very, very rich in flavor. Very rich.
Oh my god. Oh, Lord.
I told you I'm a
That's
bad guinea pig.
nasty.
I'm a bad guinea pig. Very bad.
Is that in the community chat?
No, I put it in the regular chat.
Oh, you didn't.
Oh, yeah, I did.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna regret this, aren't I?
Oh, yeah, you are.
No, there's no pictures. It's just when you read it.
Are you saying that this Wikipedia we shouldn't open, right?
Do it.
Am I going to be scarred?
Possibly.
No. Like I said, no
Do it.
pictures. It's just,
Teeth. Yeah, he's going to get a visual from that. Yeah. Yeah. It just says teeth. So not so
See?
damaging.
That's why I'm around. I do all the legwork.
Well, you were moderating 8 live streams at once.
No, it wasn't 8. It was hold on. It was.
I could have swore it was
7.
8.
It was 7.
Oh, so you were moderating 7 and just hanging out in the other one.
Yes.
No, we were having some good fun.
That's
Yes.
crazy.
Yes.
That's how Tommy's able to do it.
Yeah. Well, Tommy and I, we hang out quite a bit, and we've been collaborating a little bit here and there, and creating some good mayhem and fun. You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
Tommy might possibly be part cyborg.
Well, Shellback, the guinea pig collective will assimilate you all. Resistance is futile.
Yeah.
Hence.
Hey, we got Tito's World in here. What's up, Tito's World?
Yeah, he's been here for a little bit now.
Good to see you, man.
Yeah, I guess Tito, you're from near Gary too, I think you said. You knew someone in Gary? Because he asked if I knew so-and-so in Gary, and man, I knew all kinds of people, man. I've forgotten the people that I used to know. Because, you know, when I walked away from binging Coke like once every 3 months for like 4 or 5 days, you know. When you walk away from stuff like that, you walk away from people, places, and playthings, you know.
Understandably so. Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess you got to, right?
Well, yeah, you have to. Shit. When I was 21, I quit drinking. I had a fiance at the time that would start arguments and fights with me when I was buzzed, and you know, I would be at parties and stuff, and a buddy of mine pulled me aside. It's like, hey man, you know, she's starting fights with you. You're not seeing this. If you're not seeing this, you need to see it. And we had a tight knit group of friends that we would have parties, off the hook parties. You know, we used to follow the Grateful Dead and such, you know. And so when we had parties, they were good parties. And so I stopped drinking. And so that way I would see it. And sure enough, I seen it. And so that way, because, you know, when you're at a party trying to have a good time and then someone's starting a fight or argument with you, it's not fun. Not fun.
You know,
So I quit drinking. I didn't start drinking again until I moved to Olympia. It's quite a while, actually, because that was from that was 96 to 99 that I didn't drink at all. And everybody would want to bring their beer over for me to taste. I'm like, I don't drink no more. Because, I loved ales. I love IPAs. And I love nut brown ales. And they would always bring their beer. I was like, I stopped drinking. I got an old lady that fights with me when I'm drunk. No, I stopped drinking. And so when I came out to Olympia, man, the land of milk and honey, of every kind of microbrewed beer you can think of. And I'm not kidding. It took me a year to try all of them.
Tito said he's been on the West Coast his whole life.
Ah, okay.
Nice.
Every time I see Tito, I forget. I want to ask him, but I forget. To ask him. Like how's Randy and Jermaine and all the
Well, Tito, my mom's side of the family, it's the Garcia, Ortiz, and Cruz family. When we have a family reunion, man, we close down parks.
Now, you want to talk a good drinking thing? You got to talk about an old school movie. And CJ, we had a discussion about this the other day. You talked about Strange Bro.
Oh yeah,
Moranis. Huh?
Bob and Doug McKenzie.
Yeah, Hoser.
Oh man. Well,
really? Sorry, John. I just discovered that he lives 10-minute drive from the Puget Sound.
Oh, okay.
I'm a 5-minute drive from Bud Inlet, and that's part of the Puget Sound.
I'm a 2-minute walk.
Yeah, you're not too far. You're yeah. Hey, John, you want to say something?
Oh, I was just gonna say it's getting pretty late over here, so I'm gonna probably hop off. And
you Central Time or East Coast?
I'm East Coast, yeah. So it's like 3:40 a.m. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I'm like 4 a.m.
He's 4 hours ahead of me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You should be almost 5 by now, shouldn't you, CJ?
Yeah, it's almost 5. That's fine, man.
Oh, you're gonna have daylight saving there, or fall back, or something? Or do you guys?
Probably.
Does Atlanta time partake in that?
Yeah, we do.
So eventually, you're going to be 5 hours ahead. Wow.
Oh.
Wow.
Well, don't they got that new time zone that they're going to implement up there in Canada, the new woke time slot?
So,
Yeah, it's the wokenitis of time zones,
oh god.
Yeah, but yeah, I just want to say, Bear, thanks for the invite. I appreciate it.
Hey, no problem, man. You're always welcome.
Yeah, Tommy and Shellback and I'm sorry, who else do we have on the stream? I'm usually okay because the captions are on there, and
let me get rid of the banner.
Yeah. I'm the CJH.
Oh, okay, there you are. Yeah, CJH, and then stories by Irish.
Hello.
Hey, yeah, I just wanted to say it's been great. Just getting to chill and hang out with you guys, and yeah, I just appreciate it. So
yeah, this is pretty much what we like to do. We like to have lots of giggles and talk about stuff, that they don't like.
We're definitely pulling for you, John. Hope that thing gets resolved and gets resolved quickly, because I think it's just a bunch of nonsense.
Yeah,
and if you want a platform to speak on, just let me know, man.
all right.
I'll have you on.
Don't let the man keep you down, John.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I don't plan on it. But yeah, I just appreciate everything, and yeah, and I just want to say thanks again, Tommy, for doing just a great job modding on like every live stream. It's really appreciated. You're the moderator of the Fandom Menace, pretty much.
He's the quintessential moderator.
Tommy's
Of the
an animal.
multiverse.
I appreciate that, John. Truly, I do.
Well, you bet, brother. All right, man. Well, all you all have a great night, and we'll see you around.
Hey, man,
All right,
thanks for
take care,
stopping
John.
by,
Take it
man.
easy, John.
We'll have you again if you want.
Right.
Sounds good. All right, take care.
All right, good night.
Yeah.
Night.
Night.
Sleep well.
All right.
So yeah, that was fun. So, you guys want to wrap it up?
Sure.
Yeah, I think we accomplished what we needed to.
Wrap it up, B.
So thank you, chat. Thank you, moderators. Thank you for coming out. And I was tired, and now I'm not, and I'm all amped up, and I got lots of coffee in me. So thank you. We appreciate it. We appreciate you. And without you, it wouldn't like Gary says that without the audience and without the people in the chat. Yeah, it's right. He's right, man. Without you, it wouldn't be anything, So the chat makes it everything, and yeah, we just love doing this. Hail to the Fandom Menace.
Hail.
Because Fandom Menace is about family. That's the way I look at it. Hail. Good night. Have a good one. Be well. Just don't fall into one.
Make sure it's not a razor clamp.